Hello all my beautiful little unicorns and welcome back to my channel. And if this is the first time that you're on my channel, please allow for me to introduce myself to you. My name's Vanessa Somuayina. You guys know me as your big sis from the internet as well as your favorite psychic medium right here on YouTube. And in today's reading, we're going to be figuring out precisely what's going on between you and the person that's on your mind right now. That's right, my gorgeous soul, in this accurate and intricate love reading that's all about you versus him, we will be delving into this mystical reading to figure out everything that's going on within his mind, her mind, or their mind, depending on who your person identifies as, of course, so you can unravel everything there is to know about your love life. Now, in order to help you figure out everything that there is to know in your you versus him situation, I have prepared 3 groups for you to choose from, and I would like you to pick one of these 3 groups intuitively. Before I introduce you to the 3 groups, this is your self-care and you time. So make sure that you equip yourself with a warm beverage of your choice. It could be tea, coffee, a matcha, hot chocolate, or simply hot water with some lemon juice. Make sure you've got your favorite snack somewhere close to you. Your headphones on if you're listening to your reading while you're being productive around your home, so you can fully enjoy this experience and take in all of the divine messages that we are about to uncover for you. Now let's get into the 3 groups that I've got prepared for you today, shall we? Group number 1 corresponds to the pink pain tarot deck as well as the yellow calcite crystal. Group number 2 corresponds to the tarot of curious creatures deck as well as the carnelian crystal. And group number 3 corresponds to the tattoo tarot deck as well as the black obsidian crystal. But the timestamps to all 3 of these groups can be found below in the description box as well as pinned to the top of the comment section. That way you've got quick and easy access from your tablets, your mobile devices, your TVs, and your laptops. And furthermore, I would like to make you aware of the fact that I have got a giveaway prepared within each one of these groups. So if you would be excited to win a piece of my crystal jewelry collection, shipped straight to your doorstep no matter what country you live in, make sure that you watch your reading all the way to the end in order to participate in this giveaway and to win one of these pieces of my crystal jewelry collection. Alright, you guys, I will now give you a little moment of privacy so you can meditate on the 3 groups. Feel free to pause the video right here if you need a moment in order to pick the perfect group for you. And of course, if you absolutely cannot make up your mind, sometimes your personal reading is a mixture between multiple groups. So if that is the case for you, then feel free to tune into multiple readings. So I'll give you this moment of privacy and tranquility, and then I'll be right back to guide you into your readings. Alright, my gorgeous soul, by now you've hopefully been able to select one of these 3 groups, and we're going to get straight into your reading, starting off with group number 1, which corresponds to the pink pain tarot deck as well as the yellow calcite crystal. So if this is the group that you chose, then simply continue watching, and to my other 2 beautiful groups, I will catch you at the click of your timestamps. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose the yellow calcite in connectivity to the pink pain tarot deck. Let's first do a close-up of the yellow calcite which you chose, which is the crystal that helps you to feel re-energized, reinvigorated, back in your creative spark, and which will allow us to unravel all of the information about your you versus him reading. I'll just put your crystal right up here before we get into your tarot reading. So let's start off with your pink pain tarot deck, shall we? So we'll get into it. I'm just shuffling the cards for you. Lean back, relax, and enjoy group number 1 as we delve really deeply into this prediction using the very first deck of cards. You guys know I always use a plethora of tarot and oracle decks, which we will of course be doing within this reading as well. So let's see what the first messages are that we are meant to receive in regards to your you versus him situation. So we've got the Hierophant and the 9 of cigarettes. The 9 of cigarettes is the 9 of the element of fire, the 9 of wands. What this means is that excitement is coming. There's an explosion coming towards you in your you versus him situation. And the Hierophant tells me here that you are in control of this. You are the wise one. You are someone who is wise beyond their years, and perhaps already as a kid, group number 1, people have said to you that you are extremely mature, that you seem ahead of everyone else in your age group. And this has actually just continued even though you've gotten older. It's like a lot of your friends that you get along with the best are more mature and quite literally years or even decades older than you. The Hierophant and the 9 of cigarettes tells me that in your you versus him situation, you are the one who is wiser, you are the one who is more intelligent, and the 9 of cigarettes tells me here that they understand this. Your person feels like you are very smart, and they know that they're going to have to learn to keep up with it. The Hierophant is a sign that you will be in control in this situation. We're about to find out how. Next, there's a card that popped right into your reading. If you saw me shuffling and you're listening to this while also watching, so not as podcast style, but you're actually watching the cards, you would have seen it pop out, which is the Death card. Don't freak out, group number 1. This is just the start of your reading, and this is actually a very meaningful card and symbol to show up at this point, because the Death card actually means transformation. It means starting something from zero and having a completely fresh beginning coming your way with your you versus him situation. So right now, things might look one way, but sooner rather than later, everything is going to change. And I want to add our astro dice into the reading to figure out precisely when everything is going to come to a huge change. So we've got the number 7 for you. Within 7 days, within a week, my gorgeous soul of group number 1, a lot will have changed between you and him. And the Death card means there's a transformation coming. It means that after 7 days, you will find that the relationship is not as it was right now as you're receiving this reading. So the countdown begins now. The clock is ticking from now on, from this timeless pick a card reading. And in 7 days, everything will have changed. This is a new beginning. Remember, with every death comes a new start and comes an opportunity for the birth of a completely fresh era. Let's see what this era is going to be about. Wow, the Ace of Bottles. This is a very positive sign when it comes to any romantic relationship, because the Ace of Bottles is the Ace of Cups in the traditional tarot. The ace always means the number 1. The suit of bottles is the suit of your emotions, of relationships. What this means is a new start in relationships, a new start in romance. So your connection is going to have a completely new, fresh chance and opportunity to blossom. Things are going to change for the better in a way how you can build the relationship up just how you want it. So that makes a lot of sense why we received the Hierophant. And this message of you being wise and extremely powerful and intelligent, and them noticing this and the relationship having no other choice but to bend to this. I see in the Hanged Man a change of perspective. So this is about realizing that you're not the type of person to allow to go to waste, because you're special. You are truly this type of individual that you can build an entire life with. You can build a family with, you can build a future with. And your person is realizing this. And I see that in 7 days, everything will change, because they will come to the realization that either they need to take this opportunity of being with you, or they will risk losing you for good. They will risk this being the end of your connection. And when they really think about it, they're realizing that it's not worth losing you. The Hanged Man means a change of perspective. It means them seeing things from a viewpoint they have not seen things from before. And next we've got number 20. It's time to celebrate. Cultivate an air of celebration today. So group number 1, you will be celebrating. You will be having so much fun. You will not necessarily show them that, but you will also be celebrating the fact that yes, this connection, this you versus them situation has turned into a you plus them situation, a you and them, a you and them building together, a you and them creating a future with one another. So this shows that next up, it's a time for you to celebrate. This is actually a great moment to let you in on the giveaway. A time to celebrate. I think this is spirit telling us, you know what, Vanessa, this is a time to talk about the giveaway. So I decided to host a worldwide and international giveaway in the 3 groups that I've got prepared for you today. For group 1, I've got these gorgeous aquamarine earrings, these aquamarine point earrings. This is real aquamarine crystal and real silver metal that I will be sending to anywhere in the world if you win this giveaway. So how you enter this giveaway, by the way, it's simple, it's easy, it's free, it's for my unicorn family. Number 1, be subscribed to my YouTube channel, of course. Number 2, follow me on Instagram, and on my latest Instagram post a butterfly emoji. You know that blue butterfly emoji? So blue because the aquamarine is also the subtle baby blue. Post that on my latest post because that's how I know that you've entered into the giveaway for the aquamarine point earrings, because every single piece of jewelry that I'm giving away in this video to the unicorn family will have a different emoji. So to enter for the aquamarine point earrings, post a butterfly emoji on my latest Instagram post, and all of the information for when the giveaway ends you can find in the description box, because I will be announcing the winner of this giveaway on my Instagram, within my Instagram stories. And I will also be contacting you in the Instagram DMs for your address should you win these beautiful crystal point earrings, so I can ship them over to you. So all the info is in the description box as well if you want to join this giveaway, which I really urge you to do, because you guys know I love giving back to my unicorn family, and this is a small but meaningful way that I'm trying to do so. So let's move even more deeply into your reading, group number 1, so we can figure out more about your you versus him situation. Next up, you are enough. Number 38, you do not have to give more. This is a message you were meant to hear. If you have been doubting yourself in your you versus him situation, and you've even been feeling like, oh my God, I'm not sure I'm enough. Maybe I'm not attractive enough. Maybe I'm not intelligent enough. Maybe I'm not educated enough. Maybe I'm not insert whatever insecurity you're dealing with enough. That is completely being cleared and cleansed, because you're realizing that you are enough, and it's never about how pretty or how accomplished you are. It's always been about what you internally believe that you deserve. And the Hierophant shows some big upgrades to your belief system that are taking place. And I see here within number 6, you're becoming aware of your worth and your value. It's something that you've never known so deeply like you're becoming aware of now. The message we're receiving for you here, group 1, is to listen to the wisdom of the body, to listen to when you're surrounded by people who celebrate you, how good that feels, but also listen to being around people that make you feel like you're not good enough, and to not be afraid to remove yourself from those situations, because honestly, group number 1, instead of always looking for the fault on your end and how you're not doing enough, how you are not enough in general, how about we also be so real with ourselves about the fact that sometimes people purposely make you feel like you're not enough. And if you allow that to happen too often, it starts to become the norm. So cleansing that out, not even allowing that to be a thing, is what you're becoming aware of. And the more confident you become in general, the more confident you become in your romantic relationships, and the more you're in a position of control and power in this you versus him situation. Next, we've got solitude. When you are by yourself is when you can make the biggest leaps. And I also see here that solitude is necessary for him to become obsessed with you. So going a little ghost, kind of breaking the pattern of communication from what it usually is, group number 1, is what we're receiving here as a message for you. Don't be so predictable, and leave him in a little bit of solitude. Leave him to figure things out by himself every now and then, because that will do exactly what we've received as the next card, which is enlightenment. That will invoke in him, that will create this aha moment, this feeling of enlightenment. It's almost like an epiphany, spiritual enlightenment in him, like, whoa, okay, I really get now why it's so important for me to make sure that I don't lose this person. It's really important for me to make sure that I really show I understand her value. It's important for me to make sure this does not turn into the one that got away. That's the moment of enlightenment that you're creating here. By being mindful of your worth, by being mindful of the fact that you are really 1 in a billion, group number 1, and you should behave that way. We can want results in love that are special, but then we also need to behave like we deserve to be treated special. You get what I'm saying, group number 1? Let's move more deeply into your reading. Next, we've got the 4th house. The 4th house brings a message of the home. So what this means is that they want to create a home with you. The 4th house shows that they want to create stability with you. They want to create a home. They want to create a place where both of you can come back to and you can feel safe. But they especially want you to feel safe and protected. And this moment of enlightenment and seeing just how special you are through them being in solitude and you showing them how painful your absence in their life can really be, that is going to be what kind of switches the flick or flicks the switch. You guys, I always mix that up, but you get what I'm trying to say. You guys always know what I mean. That makes them feel like, oh, I really want to create a safe space and a home together so that I don't risk losing this person. I see here with an Aquarius that they're stepping into the deep Aquarius energy of creating and of building and of being completely independent. We also have master number 11. Maybe quite literally speaking, group 1, your person is an Aquarius, but just know that their Aquarius placements being activated in correlation to them wanting to build a home with you means that they will get creative and they will make it happen in whatever way, even if that means that they have to get 3 different jobs in order to be able to find and afford this home and allow you to live the soft life, basically, of being with them and feeling protected and secure. They will do that. I see here within the Magician, which corresponds to the number 1, that there's a lot of synchronicity that's taking place in your life, which means that manifestations are happening. Group 1, if you're constantly also seeing the number 111, if you're constantly seeing master number 11, this is a number of manifestation. And with the Magician, this also means that your fresh start is just around the corner, and it will actually be a fresh start of your manifestations coming to life. We have another tarot card that popped right out of the pile as I was shuffling, which is the Spirit of Swords. This tells me here we have young air sign energy. Aquarius is an air sign. A lot of people, they hear aqua and they think it's a water sign, also because it is like the water bearer in a sense, right? We have Aquarius, which we think, well, is like the king of the water, but it's not that at all. Aquarius is an air sign. The Spirit of Swords means an air sign because the suit of swords corresponds to air sign energy. Air signs are 3 signs of the zodiac, which are Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. The other signs are either earth, water, or fire signs. There are 3 zodiac signs with each one of the 4 elements. And the 3 different air signs that we've got mean that Aquarius is part of that. Aquarius being in your Spirit of Swords that has showed up, it confirms that you're with someone who is eager to find a way to be with you, who has a lot of tenacity, who isn't afraid of hard work and labor, and who is a very good communicator. So in your you versus him situation, if you're feeling confused, it's just because they have not gone through this death of their old self and the old way in which they saw you yet, which is coming in 7 calendar days from you receiving this reading. There will be a huge change and shift in your dynamic of the relationship because your person, group number 1, needs to come to an aha moment for you to feel the shift in this connection and for something tangible to happen that will make you want to continue to pursue this relationship with them. So that's what I see here coming next for you. That's what we're receiving within your reading, group number 1. And I am so eager to figure out what additional messages that your guides have in regards to your you versus him relationship or situationship. So we've got the moon. The moon in the tarot is a card that represents your intuition. And also if you are, for example, a Cancerian, you are very much ruled by the moon. And I want you to know here, the moon showing up is definitely also a symbol of illusions being opened up. So anything that was a lie, anything that was not the truth, is going to now be revealed. So if they, for example, were not honest about being done with their ex, it will be revealed and cleared up. So that's why this huge change is coming, like we spoke about in the death card. Anything that you intuitively thought was still there, your gut feeling and your intuition, group number 1, was not lying. This reading is your confirmation that any type of gut feeling that you had, there was truth to it. But there's change on the horizon for the things that felt like a red flag with this person. Because remember, some people need to reach a certain moment of enlightenment for them to understand what's going on and to understand what they need to protect. The Spirit of Cups is basically like the Page of Cups, if you will, and it tells us here what's coming next is opportunity and creativity. This has water sign energy, which means Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. That's what's represented in the Spirit of Cups. And young, fun, bubbly water sign energy means that you get to get creative with this person on how your relationship plays out. So what I'm getting here in your you versus him situation is that what's going to happen next is you will figure out how you are able to spend more time together and basically simulate a relationship and even a living together situation that allows you to see, okay, can this work out long term without you guys compromising too much on your work and on the rest of your lives, basically. So this is a very fun, cool way to get into seeing if this relationship can be a relationship that will work out and to just get to know each other more closely, to be more intimate, more close to one another emotionally, but also physically, group number 1, if you know what I mean. So let's get a little more deeply into your reading, shall we? Next, from my Pastel Journey Tarot, we've got the 7 of Cups, which shows that you've got options, and they're realizing that. They're realizing that you're the prize, they are not. The 7 of Cups also shows realization from your end, group number 1, that you've got more options than the way your attitude has been. What I mean by that is that the message I'm getting here from Spirit about you is that you have been behaving less sure about yourself than you really should have been behaving. So you have more people who are into you who would literally be so grateful to even breathe the same air as you. You have more of these people than you're aware of, and you have to act more like the prize, group number 1. But I also see in the 7 of Pentacles, it's been a healing journey for you. The 7 of Pentacles is also symbolic of, yeah, you have your love life that you're figuring out, but you don't want it to affect what you're planting and the seeds that you're planting in your professional life and with your work, as the Suit of Pentacles corresponds to everything in the earthly realm, your job, your work, the things that you're doing professionally. And as you can see here, it's like this fruit that is finally starting to show, starting to grow, and the message here is to just let it continue to grow. Don't stop what you're doing professionally because of love. Don't allow for your private life to mess up all of the seeds you planted that are now bearing fruit in your professional life and your finances, because then you might miss the harvest. Just like planting seeds and then really growing something like tomatoes, for example, if you leave them out too long, they will start to be overripe and they will go bad. So you also have to harvest at the right moment. And your spirit guides are saying here, don't get too distracted with another person romantically, and then you completely miss the promotion. You miss the deadline for handing in this big project. You are not studying as much as you should. You're not passing exams. You know exactly what I mean, and that is confirmed here within the moon, group number 1. Listen to your gut feeling and your intuition, because you know what areas of your life that you tend to sometimes neglect a little when love becomes interesting or love makes you think a lot. Your friends, but also your professional life is where your spirit guides are saying, don't forget to keep your focus sharp in those areas of your life, group number 1. This is no joke, and it will also make you more attractive, romantically speaking, when they can tell They're not the epicenter of your life or your existence. Your trust and your love is earned. It's not just a given. Now, group one, we're going to delve even more deeply into their emotions towards you, into what's coming next in your you versus them situation. You don't have to do a thing. You don't have to lift a finger. All that I ask you to do is to continue to lean back, relax, enjoy your reading while I cleanse and clear the space, and then I'll be right back for us to delve even more deeply into your prediction. Welcome back, my gorgeous soul of group number one. Did you miss me? Now let's move a little more deeply into your you versus him reading, shall we? To uncover all of the important messages that we have present for you in the room with us right now in regards to your relationship or situationship. We've got the Ten of Pentacles and the Strength card. I want you to know here, this is an excellent symbol when it comes to everything material. When it comes to your job, your finances, your profession in the earthly realm, the Ten of Pentacles and the Strength card is a reminder to continue to persevere. Group number one, no matter what happens in your love life, remember that you can do both. You can have a love life in which you feel taken care of, in which you allow for yourself to fully trust another person, and you can still be wildly successful and independent without needing to have a very masculine type of energy to you of making that person feel like you don't need them in a way that bruises their ego. You don't have to do that. The Ten of Pentacles is symbolic of the fact that what's coming next is earthly success, and you will have an opportunity to choose again. And so will the person who's on your mind right now that made you tune into this pick a card tarot reading. They will have the opportunity to pick again when it comes to their career, because we're stepping up to the plate of you and them getting a promotion, being able to start your own business, your own YouTube channel, your own podcast. And it's going to take strength like we have here within a number 8, which is the Strength card. But the number 8 in numerology, in case you didn't know, it is a number of abundance. If you put the number 8 on its side, it gives us the infinity symbol now, doesn't it, group number one? So remember, you're stronger than you're aware of, and you've got this. Next, we have another extremely positive card of the tarot, which is the Sun card. The Sun card represents warmth. It represents having everything that you desire in your life that makes you feel like you're the main character, right? That makes you feel like you are the sun, like you are the giver of life. And I also do see here a lot of hair growth, okay, within the Sun card. Like your hair follicles, they are strong. Perhaps you've been taking biotin, you've been taking some hair and nail supplements. Perhaps you've been making sure that you're exercising, eating healthily, like you're eating the healthy fats, the nuts, the avocados, the olive oils. You are trying to avoid seed oils and everything that's very processed. Because in the Sun here, I see that your body is glowing, it's shining, and it's very attractive to this person that you tuned into your reading for. It's very attractive to him, to them, to the person that you're crushing on. Next, we've got the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is the knight of the element of fire. Now, the wand is a masculine suit, as the wand represents that we've got Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius type of energy. The Knight of Wands is the type of person that you can depend on to be confident, to be adventurous, to be passionate, to be charming, to be daring. And I do see here that because things are looking so good for you in the earthly realms with your career, your finances, and so on, you're not afraid to try something new in love. You're not afraid to not take a risk necessarily, but just have fun, romantically speaking, because you're not in fight or flight mode all the time, which is extremely helpful for your romantic life. Group number one, if you are so looking forward to getting out of fight or flight mode, let this be your sign that this is what is happening next, either with your own business or with loans, credit cards, things like that, that you were dealing with, that you want to pay off, that you want to rid yourself of. I want you to know here that what's coming next is complete abundance, financial freedom, and a feeling of happiness. The Knight of Wands being a fire sign, who is flirting with you. This person wants to be part of your life. They're going to make it abundantly clear. And within meditation, your guides and angels are literally trying to say to you, group number one, meditate on this opportunity, meditate on the option of being with this person, because you have multiple options. This is not the only suitor. This is not the only person who is interested in you. This is one of many, my gorgeous soul. And within meditation, if you haven't meditated in a really long time, and you do find yourself to be stressed out every now and then, it would be a great idea for you to get back into this practice, to make this practice something that you do on a regular basis, because you'd be shocked at how healing meditation can be, especially when you don't skip out on it, group number one. Next, we've got unexpected. You will also have some unexpected revelations, aha moments, and enlightenments during your meditation session. During your private meditation sessions, as you are connected to the divine and the realm of your angels and your guides. Don't be afraid of the unexpected, invite it in, because whenever something unexpected comes towards you, even if it's in a dream or in a meditation, it has meaning, it's there for a reason, and it's allowing you to see what's coming next. It's allowing you to feel guided. It's allowing you to feel secure and to understand what it is that you're manifesting and currently attracting into your life, which is probably extremely unexpected, as I see here in the nightingale spirit, that you might be a little unsure about your love life, but actually love is all around you. There are a lot more suitors than you were aware of, just like in the Knight of Wands. This can be someone that you're working with. It can be someone that you just know from mutual friends or family, and you didn't even think they were that into you, but they're actually crushing on you. The unexpected thing for you, group number one, is just how many options you have, just how attractive you are to other people. And next up, within the groundhog spirit, it's really time for you to let go of self-limiting beliefs. That's the message I'm receiving here. You've had so many self-limiting beliefs, group number one, of not being enough, of not doing well enough, of being this person that needs to put in more work, more effort. You have to be leaner, you have to build more muscle, you have to be kind of round and bouncy in all the right places, soft and supple in some areas, and then in other areas you have to be tight and toned, and your features need to look a certain way, and just letting go of those incessant thoughts, reminding yourself it's time for you to really see yourself as your own standard of beauty and beauty ideal, and be playful with it. If you have freckles, for example, be so playful with the fact that that will always make you look youthful. If you have a nose that doesn't fit the beauty standard, be playful about the fact that that is the nose of your great-grandmother. That is the nose of your ancestors that they passed down to you and allowed for you to actually be able to live this life for how much they sacrificed. Perhaps your body does not fit the standard of beauty, which keeps shifting. It's a shifting goalpost. Maybe it doesn't fit it right now. Be playful with the fact that that means you can fully step into your unconventionality, and the more confident that you are, the more actually attention you get than someone that just fits the standard of beauty and is quote unquote very plain in that way of like everything that they do just fits the standard of beauty. There's nothing quirky, there's nothing interesting about them. But when you enter a room, you have so much personality, style, as well as confidence to you that it's undeniable that there's something that's very special in your soul and about you. And we're not going to wait to live life until the standard of beauty is finally here to be our turn, basically, until it's finally your turn to feel beautiful. You can feel beautiful, capable, and one of a kind every single day if you allow yourself to. Next, we have received the Bobcat Spirit, which corresponds to the number 8, and we have a lot of interesting numbers. The Bobcat Spirit brings the message that life is a mystery, but when it comes to numbers, you know, we've got the number 8 in the Bobcat Spirit. We had 31 for the groundhog, 3 for meditation, 41, 51, 48. So the numbers 1, 8, as well as 4 keep showing up. Also 3 keeps showing up for you. I want you to understand here that these are numbers of shifting. These are numbers of you actually stepping into a new era of unexpected revelations that you didn't see coming, my gorgeous soul of group number 1. So your relationship with your person is going to take a highly unexpected turn for the better, because after all, we did receive some of the most positive cards of the tarot, such as the Sun card, which is an extremely, extremely positive card for you to receive in any reading. And the Seven of Swords tells me here that as soon as your romantic relationship with this person is settled, you will actually start to see all of the ways in which they played themselves up to impress you. And it's not in a bad way, because whenever we meet someone, we are all on our best behavior. We all obviously want to show that we are kind, that we're caring, that we're suitable partners. But one thing that I do see here in the Seven of Swords, the unexpected, and the Sandalwood Spirit, is that they have a way better sense of humor than you thought. Very dry, very direct, but they were not able to show it. Oh, we have a card that popped up, because here within the Hierophant, they wanted to be mature, they wanted to seem put together, they didn't want to seem like they were very childish. So that's kind of the split personality that I see in the Hierophant and the Seven of Swords. They were worried that you would think they're too goofy, that they're too nerdy, that they are in a sense very quirky and different, but that it would be a turn off for you. And they want to, of course, be a turn on romantically when it comes to you, group number 1. And here within the Page of Cups, I do see that love letters will be written. I do see that text messages that are very cute and worthy of screenshots and saving will come towards you, and that dates will be planned. Going out for dinners, going out for adventures together, spending time enjoying each other's company in public, and doing a lot of new things that you've never done before in any romantic relationship. So trying new restaurants, even new adventures such as hikes, or going to see something that they thought was too nerdy that you wouldn't enjoy, but actually you really do. For me, for example, just as an example, one of those things would be the YouTube channel called Ants Canada. That is where I geek out. It's one of my favorite channels ever, and you could think it's pretty nerdy and that someone like me wouldn't be into it. But that's what I mean with they have a side to them that they will show you that will surprise you. And the Queen of Cups is actually a symbol of you being the unpaid therapist of the friend group. You're always the mom friend, you're always the most caring, the most nurturing, the one who brings all of the vibes of let's have the best time, but at the same time, let's also not do anything that will be a huge major regret. So you have that fine balance between having fun but also protecting your loved ones. That's very rare to find. Group number 1, that's a very rare combination that you have in your personality that I want you to become aware of, because sometimes when we're doing day-to-day life, when we're so hard on ourselves, we're doing all the things that we think we should be doing, we forget how special some of our traits are because they're normal to you. But it's not normal to anyone else, and it's definitely something that this romantic partner finds extremely, extremely attractive in you. I see here within the Ace of Cups again, this is a symbol of a completely new, fresh romantic relationship starting. We have the white dove, a symbol of peace, a universal symbol of peace, the Ace of Cups, so which means 1 cup. It is a symbol for new opportunity, new beginnings in your love life, and making a new connection romantically that has the opportunity to last a lifetime. So this is all about new beginnings, a fresh start, new emotions and feelings that you've never felt before, a change in how you feel about love, a change in how you feel about romance, and a change in how you feel about trust, because they let you feel like you can trust them. They allow you to feel safe. Next, we've got the World card. I mean, your reading could not be rolling out any more positively. Group number 1, the World card, is the final card of the major arcana within the tarot. And aside from the Sun card, this is the best card that you can receive in the tarot. Most people say this is the absolute best card. This is the absolute most positive foreshadowing of possessing the entire world, of coming to this point of culmination where it's almost like you are being rewarded for your loyalty, for your hard work, for your genuine love and care, and for just being the type of person who is real, who is honest, and who never wanted anything other than true love, pure love, and a healthy relationship. And you've been through your own trials and tribulations. You've been through the ringer, and now it's time for you to also enjoy group number one and to not always be the one who has to put up with things that they don't want to. I see here within the Emperor that is showing up for you in your reading, actually in reverse, that the symbol we're getting here is you can let go of some ways in which you have tried to control situations. Control is great, and it can give you a feeling of safety, but sometimes it's a false feeling of safety. When you can let go of the need to control a romantic partner, you know you found the one, because your body can actually feel safe and not be filled with cortisol, which is the stress hormone. You're not constantly in fight or flight. You're not wondering who they're texting, who they're going out with, what time they'll come home, where they're going, who they might talk to in that bar, who they might encounter on their way to the restaurant, who might be sitting in the table next to them, who might be also at that bar speaking to them, exchanging numbers with them having an affair, them having any thoughts of someone else. When you don't have to have those incessant, anxiety-ridden, kind of anxious attachment style thoughts, you know that you found the right person for you. Next up, we have the King of Coins. This is an answer to what you deserve, group number one. And the answer is someone who embodies the masculinity of the King of Coins, of being in control, of bringing stability to your life, not just emotionally, but even in the material realm, even financially, because they're very successful, they're very generous. I want you to know here in the King of Coins, this is also a symbol of someone who is reliable, someone with whom you can, for example, start a family with and know that they would be there, to get up at night, to change diapers, to provide financially as well, to be your rock, the person you can speak through when you're hormonal and you're going through a lot of changes. I want you to know here within the King of Swords, which actually showed up in reverse, this King of Swords is basically showing up in reverse because those are the traits that you need less of in a romantic relationship. And I want you to know that he's less of that. He is less of a talker. He's more of a doer. The King of Coins upright means he's more of a doer. He is quiet, and he's the type of person who's just there, who just does what needs to be done. The King of Swords reverse shows that the talking, the yapping, the making a lot of promises and not keeping up with them, that's a thing that he does not believe in, that he doesn't do, that he doesn't subscribe to, and that you are not going to have to deal with this person, group number one. And I do also see that he does not respect people or other individuals who do that, other guys who do that, just other people who do a lot of talking and zero delivering. And then we've got the Star card, which, again, only the most positive cards of the major arcana for you, group number one, which represents basically inspiration, trusting in everything that you wanted finally coming to fruition. And when you talk to people about how you're finally living your dream life with your dream person in your dream home, your dream situation, it's going to feel as though, wow, that happened so quickly. You must have been so lucky. But in the Star, the thing is, you never gave up hope for finding that type of relationship that you deserve. You never stopped trusting that what's meant to be yours will find you and will be yours. And that is what allowed you to, in the end, win. That is what, in the end, I see in your you versus him situation will allow love to prevail, will allow this attraction to actually have a tangible outcome and a tangible result and a situation of culmination where actually, yeah, they are the one with whom you will continue to build with and to create a life with that you're really proud of and that you almost didn't think was possible, but yet it still happened for you. And within the Two of Pentacles, our parting piece of guidance, you don't have to choose. You don't have to be under pressure anymore. You don't have to choose anymore between a loyal partner and a successful career, but at the same time having a good relationship. You don't have to choose. We've got the infinity symbol, group number 1, struggling to speak, which is the 8 on its side, which we spoke about earlier, which represents, yes, this is meant to be forever and you won't have to choose. You won't have to choose between a career and a family. You won't have to choose between being masculine and successful and independent, but also being soft and taken care of. You won't have to choose between a relationship with someone who is successful themselves and a noble person. You can have it all in one individual and in one relationship of a lifetime. So group 1, this is the reading that I received for you. If you watched your reading all the way to the end, leave a globe emoji below in the comment section to manifest, to claim your reading, and of course also because we had the World card show up for you, the best card that you could receive within the tarot. Now, group number 1, also don't forget to participate in the giveaway. All details are below in the description box as well if you want to read up on those, as well as any other resources that you may need, such as private readings, my free downloadable PDFs. Everything can be found right down there. So group number 1, wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 2. You chose the Tarot of Curious Creatures as well as the Carnelian crystal for us to get to the bottom of what's happening between you and him. So let's get straight into your you versus him reading. I'll place your Carnelian right up here, still within the video frame, but in a way how we have space to unravel these tarot and psychic messages. So let's delve into it, group number 2. I'm really excited to uncover everything that you need to know, because I think we'll have a lot of epiphanies, a lot of aha moments, a lot of segments of enlightenment within this reading of yours. So we've got the 7 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. First off, the suit of Pentacles is the suit of the earthly realm. It represents the element of earth, which is representative of everything material, everything that is finite. Your time, your finances, your job, all of your resources, as well as your health. The 7 of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, shows that they think you're in control of your life. All right, so first of all, the suit of Pentacles corresponds to everything in the earthly realm. This is the element of earth. They think you are responsible with your health. They think that you look good. The 7 of Pentacles, which is all about what you have been working on for months and years, whether it's cleaning up your diet, whether it is taking care of your mental health, whether it's becoming more successful in your career and being independent. I just want you to know here, within the Queen of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles, they see you as a boss. They see you as someone who is 100% in control. They see you as independent, and they see you as someone who is not wanting for anything. They see you as a very respectable person, as someone who is within their power, and as someone who might even be a little stubborn, right? That's why we've got this bison head, getting almost Taurus vibes here, because after all, the element of earth does represent Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy. Moving more deeply into your reading, the Knight of Swords says that they also see you as someone who has a side that can be cutthroat, very honest, very straightforward about what you think. As you can see here, the Knight of Swords is the knight of the element of air, which represents everything that has to do with communication. And just as swords can be blunt and cold, communication can sometimes be very straightforward with you. Almost cold, not necessarily ice cold, but you say what you think, and you're not going to try to appease to someone while displeasing yourself. That doormat energy is not something that they sense in you. So in your you versus him situation, he definitely feels as though if he rubs you the wrong way, you might just say how you really feel, and that might just get a little uncomfortable for him. I see within the Wheel of Fortune that he also sees you as someone who has been extremely fortunate in life. This is how he sees you. This is your you versus him situation. These are his emotions. This does not need to mean you've actually had an easy life, group number 2. This does not mean that everything has just been unicorns and roses for you. This actually means that you have been through a time where people see you as a winner. People see you as unstoppable because of who you have become during those moments where nobody helped you, where you had to go through challenges by yourself, you had to make it out the other end. There was no other way, and you had to fight really hard for where you are today. You had to work really hard to become the person that you are today. But the Wheel of Fortune definitely represents that you have this unspoken air of just having the it factor, of being someone who is respected and seen as having had things handed to them easily because you don't look like you've had a hard life. The Four of Cups shows us that you have a very introverted nature to you. The Suit of Cups is the suit of emotions and feelings. The number 4 is a number in numerology that shows that you do also in a way need and enjoy some solitude. So they see you as a bit of an introvert. They see you as a little bit nerdy and like you have interests and hobbies and talents that are unusual and that not everybody might understand. And that's what also makes you attractive and pretty charming, because you're not just living off of external validation. The most important thing to you isn't just how other people see you, it's for you also how you feel about yourself. For you, what's really important is whether you can follow those passions and hobbies, and it doesn't matter to you whether other people agree with it or not. I see in the Five of Swords that they view you as someone who will tell them like it is, even if that means that they are in a position where perhaps they are bigger, stronger, older than you, more mature than you, but that will never stop you here in this little mouse from saying what it is that you're feeling. If you're feeling gaslit, you'll say you're feeling gaslit. If you feel like you're being treated unfairly, you'll say that you feel like you're being treated unfairly. If you think communication needs to be improved, then you know it's true. And you come off as very confident. And that's one thing that I want you to always remember. Group number 2 gives you an air of authority. Next, within judgment, you are the kind of person who has strong morals and values. In their eyes, they see you as someone respectable. They see you as someone reliable. They feel like you are the type of person that one can trust with their life because you will do the right thing. You won't do what benefits you. You'll do what is actually morally the right thing to do. And in that, they see something very, very rare. So in your you versus him situation, if you're feeling confused about why your relationship is wonky, why you're not sure about what's going on, it's because, yeah, you are the entire package. And like I've also said to you guys in some of my Instagram posts, as I talk about relationships, relationship dynamics, being in your divine energy, divine feminine energy, masculine energy, if someone feels as though you are too much for them, they might just be right, because they might just not yet be ready. But the thing here in number 43, you do not have to go it alone. Reach out for support in this time. In addition to this reading that you're receiving right now, don't be afraid to talk to a close friend or family member that you know has your best interest at heart about your you versus him situation, because they will confirm to you with a very high likelihood that yes, you are a big, strong personality, and not everybody immediately feels like they have anything they can bring to the table when they're next to you. And the thing is, within you are enough, the confirmation you're meant to receive, group number 2, is that you are enough, because sometimes you don't realize you're basically even more than enough. And rather than feeling like, wow, I have so much to offer to the point where people are wondering if they can even reciprocate, you start to perhaps feel like you're not enough. You start to perhaps feel like you have to do more, like you have to put in more effort, like you have to show a softer side, yet still be independent, yet still be open, yet be chill, but still have boundaries. And it's like this impossible situation. And the message you're receiving here is to just rest in the energy of, yes, I am enough, and how I am is exactly how I'm supposed to be. And they need a moment to figure out how they feel, how they want to maneuver. In the meantime, that doesn't mean that I have to change my personality or something was wrong with me. Literally, the message for you is to write a letter right now. Write a letter to your inner child, especially if as a kid you always felt like you were too much, or your parents, the people around you, even told you, oh, be quiet, don't be so crazy about your art. Why are you behaving like that? Why are you dressing like that? Why are you expressing yourself in that way? Write a letter to your inner child, because that will heal you as a whole. That will not just help this love life situation for you to remain in your most confident and balanced energy, but overall it will just heal you so, so deeply from the inside out in ways that you didn't even think possible, group number 2. So writing a letter to childhood you is basically just protecting childhood you, saying that, yeah, you are enough. You never needed to do it alone, and you're not going to try to do life alone moving forward. You deserve this amazing relationship, and you're going to also give the situation with him time to figure out precisely all the information that you need to then move forward confidently, because he needs a little bit of time to process how much his life would change if he would be with you in the best way. So let's see what additional messages that Spirit has for us. So we've got the letters O, I, R, O, and then I. So I just want you to know that Roy in French actually means king, all right? So the fact that we also received these letters double, like in 2 directions, we've got the word king here. And furthermore, for all of you who are in business or into entrepreneurship, ROI also means return on investment. So this relationship, every direction that you look at it from, whether it's from his viewpoint, from your viewpoint, there will be a massive return on investment. And king energy is leading energy. It's an energy of being this quote unquote power couple, even though that's a word that I don't like to use frequently. But that's the energy that we have kind of oozing out of this reading and out of this connection between you and him. It's an energy where there are 2 people who are on a high level, who are high performers, who will have high returns on investments, and it just maximizes that. It will just exponentially grow by you 2 being a thing, and that is a lot to take in. Next we have the Page of Cups. This card did show up in reverse after shuffling the deck, so it did show up in this direction, right, with the card being reversed. The Page of Cups in reverse means that actually this is meant to either be a very serious relationship or nothing at all. No in-betweens, no playing games. The energy in the room is definitely one of achievement, and you guys can't achieve the absolute biggest and most success in both of your lives if you're not serious. So you both know this. You're both individuals who like to practice respectful, serious relationships, but that also means you're going to have to make big decisions, whether that's moving to another city or country to be with them, or for their work in the future, for your work, whether that's living together pretty early on. I just want you to know here in the Page of Cups reverse, this is no joke, this connection, which is also why you might be at a loss for as many answers as you want, because there's a time of a little bit more answers needing to come to the surface with this type of relationship to know exactly how to move forward. The 7 of Cups is the 7 of the element of water, and the element of water represents emotions. The number 7 in the 7 of Cups in tarot means that there are a lot of different options. As you can see, all of these cups have different symbols attached to them. And what that means is that emotionally speaking, you are a plethora of different characteristics that makes you a very colorful and special person to be around, because for one, you have your outgoing nature. For two, you've transformed a lot, you've grown, you're wise beyond your years. For three, you're very intuitive, but at the same time, you know how to be independent, to do business, to get a big return on investment. And just having this type of personality where there are so many traits that are positive, all combined into one individual, that is what makes you so special. It's not one thing, it's the combination of unlikely things being basically baked into you, group number two. And they see that. They think that you know just how attractive that makes you. He thinks that you are self-aware enough to understand this and to have a lot of different options. So yes, rejection, being hurt, and being the option that you don't choose is one of his fears that he's dealing with as he is thinking about you, as he's thinking about your connection. And the Page of Coins also tells us here that he is slightly worried that he's not quite financially abundant enough for you yet. He knows where he is going financially. He knows where he is going with his career, and he has even more very big goals. But in the Page of Coins, I see that he is worried that he's not as successful as you are, or as you would want him to be, and that he won't be more successful than you in the future, because he sees your future prospects of life being extremely bright. So he sees you as a winner, as someone who is just going to continue to win, group number two. And that is slightly intimidating. The Ten of Swords in reverse, however, does show that he thinks very fondly of you. He sees you as someone who is emotionally very intelligent, as this card did show up in reverse. So rather than thinking of ending it, he's actually thinking of, how can this work? How can this move forward? How can I be with such a high value individual? That is what he's thinking. So you might be worried, oh my God, it's the end. I don't know what's going on with my you versus him. He is actually just taking time to think about, okay, how can this work? And how can I be ready right now for this situation? Because I know that she is ready. I know that they're ready. I know that now is the time for me to go for this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be with someone who is of this caliber, with whom I can have conversations with that I could never have with anyone else, because they were just not intelligent enough and emotionally equipped enough for me to be able to actually speak to them so deeply. So within the Knight of Cups, I want you to know here, group number two, they will come back with a text, with a call, with a reaction on social media, with all of these things, and it will feel a little funny to you, a little goofy, a little bit like you can tell. They're coming back. They don't want to be rejected, but at the same time, they don't want to let this opportunity with you slide. And they will definitely put a little bit of their heart on the line here, as we can see within this Knight of Cups, which is this frog riding in on a white horse. Their heart is on the line because they'll be honest with you about how they feel, and that makes them vulnerable, which is not something that they like, but it's something that they feel like they have to do to even have a chance with you. Next up, we have got the Fool, group number two. The Fool represents actually what is happening moving forward, is that they will take the leap of faith with you. This connection will be taking a leap of faith and a complete change to how it was before. It will be taking a leap of faith because you will be giving this a real shot, which is something that you didn't expect, that they didn't expect, that is now going to come towards you pretty quickly, pretty intensively. But this leap of faith is probably the best thing you could have ever done, because here within the cards that popped themselves right side up as I was about to start shuffling, but the universe had a different plan. The wolf spirit represents turning knowledge into wisdom, as well as taking the lead here within the stag spirit. You are a strong-willed type of person, and you know what you need in a relationship. You're going to turn that knowledge into wisdom because you're going to ask for what it is that you need within the relationship. And I do see here within the stag spirit that in a way, for this connection, for this you versus him, you are going to be taking the lead, at least at the beginning. They may not notice that you are taking the lead, but you are setting the pace. Even just not being intimate with them super quickly, or making sure that things happen gradually but securely and stably, that is already you taking the lead, even though it may not seem like you're stepping into too much masculine energy. The Badger spirit is a representation of you being fearless and being bold, which means you're not afraid of risking losing them as you are approaching this taking the lead. So when they come back, you are fearless, you're bold, because you have had time to strengthen yourself and to remember in the Seven of Cups that you have options. You are the prize. You are the one who, if you go out into the real world, if you go out on the street, there are a lot of suitors for you, group number 2, but I think you don't really realize just how many and just how attractive that you are. But we've gone over this within your reading, and I want you to take this with you even after you have received this reading, to just stand a little more tall, better posture, and just be a little bit more into yourself and representing that energy, because yes, you are that person, you are that girl, you are that guy. And I want you to know, in the Badger spirit, be so fearless and bold, because the more fearless and bold that you are, the more that they can tell you don't need them, and that will make them want you more, because the Nine of Wands does show here that they like a little bit of a challenge, okay? Your you versus him situation, it's not that they want it so easily. It's not that they want you served on a silver platter to them. Actually, what they like is a little bit of a challenge. They like to wonder where they stand. They like to see you be fearless of walking away, of just not being with them. They like to see how they can win you over, how they can be the one who pursues you. And I see here within the Two of Swords that the best thing for you to do right now is to actually make a decision to stick to an approach with your relationship or situationship, however you'd like to call it, group number 2, and stick to it in the sense of, okay, you're not going to text them, then don't text them, don't cave, don't fold. You are not going to check your messages incessantly, okay, stop doing that. All right, stop going back on your word. If you are going to send them one message or give one approach, one opportunity for you to reconnect or to be together or to make your relationship a thing, okay, do it one time and then be quiet. They have to do the rest. Don't go back on your word, and show that your boundaries are solid. Show that your boundaries are made of steel, because that creates the kind of dynamic that means you don't play about yourself and they will not play about you. Next, we've got the Empress that showed up, and the Empress showed up in reverse, which means that they think that you don't want a family or to be in a very committed marriage relationship for everything too soon, that right now you're kind of a little bit more focused on yourself or on your work. They see you as attractive, but at the same time, as already mentioned, they can tell that you don't know 100% just how hot and attractive that you are, group number 2. The Empress in reverse also says there's time to build that. There's time for you to start a family together. There's time for you to be in a very solid relationship of living together and building this life with one another. And I do want you to know here, the Fool showed up again within your reading, which is the very first card of the major arcana within the tarot. It represents the number 0, and the Fool means a completely new beginning. The Fool means that you're doing something from scratch, from the ground up. You're taking a leap, as you can see in both ones of these cards. It is at the cliff edge that we have this woman and here this dog. The dog actually as a symbol represents your instinct, your natural instincts. And here within the Fool, as you can see, there is this dancing on the cliff but not knowing it type of energy, because the Fool isn't afraid of the new start. The Fool isn't afraid to jump, because the Fool trusts that they will fly, that they will be caught, that nothing bad is going to happen. And that's the precise energy that your angels want you to have about this connection. The more you're not afraid of what's going to happen, the more what you do want to happen is going to transpire. I see that here within the Six of Wands. You are in for a wild but very fun ride, a wild ride of adventure, of having a good time, of experiencing things that you have never experienced before. And I want you to know here within the Six of Wands to enjoy, to not overthink it, because sometimes you overthink so much that it kind of gets in the way of you being in the moment. And the Six of Wands also shows a lot of accomplishment and pride. So you being very proud of them and them also being extremely, extremely proud of you, who you have become and who you are as a person. They love to introduce you to new friends and family. Now, within the Justice card, this obviously shows this symbol of Libra, which is the scale, symbol of balance. That's the vibe, the energy we're getting here within Justice. Justice also corresponds to master number 11 in numerology, the 11th card of the tarot. It means actually leadership, it means actually responsibility, and also just cause and effect being a thing. Don't make it too easy for them to come back, because when you allow yourself to seem like, oh, they can just behave however, you are lowering your value, and that's one thing you want to avoid doing. You want to be the prize. You want to be, if anything, the one that got away. So have that fine balance between openness but also being closed off, and reminding yourself that being with you is a huge return on investment for anyone lucky enough to be with you, group number 2, and to exude that type of energy. So I will be clearing and cleansing the space, and then we'll move even more deeply into your reading. Make sure that you just continue to relax, lean back, enjoy your prediction. And we will also be getting into this carnelian necklace giveaway at the end of your reading, or towards the end of your reading. I'll tell you how you can enter this giveaway to win this gorgeous crystal necklace, which also corresponds to the crystal of your choice that you chose for your group. So I'm really excited to be giving away this necklace from my crystal jewelry collection to one of my gorgeous little unicorns. So just stay tuned, enjoy your reading, and then enter the giveaway once you've received your reading. So group number 2, I can't wait for us to figure out more details about your you versus him situation, and I will be right back to guide you even more deeply into your reading. Welcome back, my beautiful soul of group number 2. Are you ready to delve more deeply into your you versus him reading? Because I know I cannot wait to unravel even more juicy details for you. So we're going to be using this Tattoo Tarot deck to delve more deeply into your reading and see what additional messages we've got. The Two of Cups, as well as the Seven of Wands. In case you didn't know, but it probably already shows group 2, the Two of Cups is a card of romantic love and being together. The Suit of Cups is the suit of relationships, feelings, emotions, whereas the Seven of Wands is a symbol of taking action. So I do see here that what comes next in your you versus him situation is action taking to move towards being together in a real romantic, committed, respectful relationship. The Two of Cups is one of the most favorable cards when it comes to romantic love, and it is a card of finding a soulmate connection, being with the right person you are meant to be with. And the Two of Cups also stands for everything about attraction as well. So I definitely see here that they find you physically very attractive. That's something they're probably not going to tell you so quickly or so easily, group number 2, but it's definitely a truth we've got here for your situation. Next, we have got the Emperor, which is a symbol of leadership. The Emperor in the tarot actually represents being in control and fatherhood as well, structure, authority. So the thing here is that you ignite in them this divine masculine energy of fatherhood, of structure, of leadership, and of being in a romantic relationship that supports this. I see in the Two of Cups that feeling respected is like the baseline to create a type of relationship where they feel like they can lead, they can plan into the future with you, and like you have a connection that will last for a very long time because you're working together. The Emperor is definitely also a symbol of planning ahead, and planning ahead in the sense of also planning a family, planning where things will go romantically on a deeper level of creating your own home. All right, we've got the Temperance card too. So he needs to temper himself, group number 2. He needs to take it slow. He needs to take it easy, because otherwise he's really just overthinking your connection in the best possible way. He's already planning into the future, into how home life will be, family life, where you guys are going to live, the amount of kids that you're going to have, marriage, and so on. So there's definitely this kind of looking into the future but not being able to tell you because he does not want to come off as crazy or to admit that he has already taken these things into consideration. And the Wheel of Fortune, which I love that this is showing up for you here. The Wheel of Fortune shows a turning point and movement and personal vision. So you are like a turning point. You make different types of wheels spin in his head that he didn't have activated or even move slightly before. You are the turning point. You are the game changer. You are the one with whom everything looks different, and the person that he feels like would end up being the one that got away if your connection doesn't result in a successful relationship. So you definitely trigger something in him, a protective instinct and vibe, something almost like very primal, if you will. That's what I see here in the Emperor and Temperance combination, where he needs to purposely kind of take a step back and purposely pipe it down. He needs to purposely try to calm himself and not slip into this role too deeply of the very primal instinct of what it means to be an emperor. The Three of Coins is also a symbol here that working together is an important factor. What he thinks about you is that you would be a great person to work together and build with. But to you, group number 2, maybe you don't want to build with someone. Maybe you also want to just be in a situation where your desires already exist and you don't have to build, you don't have to create. Maybe you are open to building and to creating, but remember, if resources are here, building can look different for every relationship. For some couples, building means that they will create a real estate portfolio with their partner that spans across multiple states or countries, having property in different places. And it doesn't matter if the origin of the funds for this came from one partner, the other, or both. Another couple will build a business together that could look like a firm, a restaurant, something more practical in that sense. So building together is not equal to building together. It is different for every single couple, and you can find a way in which you have fun building with your person. Now, group 2, next up we've received the Magician, and the Magician is a symbol of manifestation. The Magician is a symbol of using all tools available to you to create the best possible outcome. The Magician is a symbol of taking action, concentration, and power. So I do see here that literally what's happening is that this connection is charging up. This connection is taking its time to focus, to concentrate on the opportunities that are available before action is taken and the next step forward is made. I see here within the Four of Cups that right now he's actually by himself, taking time to reflect, to think, to consider all options, all angles, all viewpoints before taking drastic action, because I do see here that your person you're thinking of right now is someone who can be quite impulsive. So they can go from not being sure about what to do next in the connection, not being sure overall, to all of a sudden, boom, they want to get married, they want to move in together, and they know that you're the one, and there's no going back. So I do want you to know here that your person is a decision maker based on energies and also based on patterns. So he's still observing you. He's observing how your patterns are when things are unclear and also when things are straightforward. It's almost like a little bit of a test, not to say that that's something that you should be putting up with or dealing with, group number 2, but this is definitely the kind of energy that I'm seeing here. And what this has to do in the Eight of Swords is that he can't help himself. He's in a place where he is overcoming the fears of being used, if that makes sense. So your person has more to offer than meets the eye, so they might be a little bit more successful or well off than you are even aware of, group number 2. And that has put them in a little place of self-entrapment where they don't want to, of course, just have someone around them that just wants them for their things or their good looks or their social status. They want it to be real, but often the way they go about it can backfire. And I see here within the Queen of Swords that they see you as extremely self-reliant and on a different level than anyone they've ever dated before, which means that they are wrestling and battling with the normal response they have of always being the one who has the leg up, or who is a bit more successful, or who is a little bit more higher up on the social hierarchy. And now tables have kind of turned with you in a sense of they're learning to let down their guards, and they're learning to understand that not everybody is like their ex. Not everybody is like the people that they are used to. And because they have had some traumatic experiences, by the way, we have a couple cards that pop themselves right side up that we will delve into in just a second, they're realizing you're very different. So what popped up for us is the Two of Rings, adaptability and fluctuation. They are getting acquainted with the thoughts. They will have to be adaptable and to be able to fluctuate according to what you're going through as well. The Four of Swords is a symbol of solitude and healing. We already spoke about that when we had the Four of Cups. The number 4 is a number of solitude and creating stability from the inside out, meditating, healing. And then we have the King of Rings, as well as the Two of Cups. This is insane that this has showed up in this way again, because you know what this looks like, group number 2. The Two of Cups is obviously the exact same as the Two of Cups we received here. And then the King of Rings is obviously like a representation of the Emperor, someone who's in charge, someone who's very abundant, someone who has a great sense of responsibility and is a leader and a king, and in an energy of being sure, of being ready for a relationship with mutual respect and balance, and being able to actually love. Not everybody is ready to love romantically, but your person is, and that's definitely something that I can see here that they think about a lot. They think about what it will be like to be with you fully. They think about what it will be like to give this connection the time and energy and attention that it deserves, and they think a lot about how you would be as a parent, how you would be as a mommy, a mamacita, for all of you who have seen that sound on Instagram. It's very funny, the mamacita. If you know, you know. So let's move a little more deeply into your reading, group number 2. We have got a distant kiss and a prayer flag. I wish of all wishes that you were here through sunlight and rain. I need you near. It's literally the message we're receiving from your you versus him situation, from him and his feeling towards you. So a distant kiss and a prayer flag, literally wishing that you were there, wishing that you were near, and that they could overcome some of their fears. A note on love. Seek different seasons and enter into the unknown. When love is the focus, foundation, and goal, blessed is the body, mind, and soul. So I definitely want you to know here, group number 2, your relationship, your connection is one that is rooted in the focus being romantic love, and that kind of love where, you know, when people are together for a long time and they're still crazy about one another. That's what I see here in the Two of Cups, a real connection, a real soulmate kind of energy, and one in a billion, really. Like, you cannot allow for this opportunity to pass. That's the type of electric, magnetic energy that I see around your connection, group number 2. And then we've got Imum Coeli. Now, Imum Coeli is a symbol of creating roots, so getting really comfortable and also creating a home together and creating a place where you both feel very comfortable, where you both feel very safe. That's what I see in Imum Coeli. Let's see what else we'll receive. And then we also have the first house, which rules Aries. It's the house of them arriving in your life with this type of elk, stubborn, determined energy. After a time of reflection, after a period of trying to understand what's going on, they will make an appearance or a reappearance that is very decisive, where you can tell they really came to be together. They know what they want, and they're here to tell you and show you exactly that. The first house is also symbolic of receiving a message from them reaching out to you, coming back, and them sending you a text, them sending you something that shows action from their part, that shows them wanting to be with you, wanting to give all of this an opportunity to grow. So at this point, I want to remind you all that I am hosting a giveaway. This is a red carnelian crystal point necklace from my crystal jewelry collection. And entering this giveaway is really simple and straightforward. Step number 1 is, of course, to be subscribed to my channel and to leave a black heart emoji below this video in the comment section. Step 2 is to follow me on Instagram and to comment a black heart emoji on my latest post in the comment section. That way I know that you entered the giveaway for the carnelian point necklace, because every single group of this video has a different giveaway crystal piece of jewelry. But that way I know that you watched group number 2, that you received this reading, and that this crystal is meant for you, that this piece of crystal jewelry is a natural carnelian stone. So leave those comments below in the comment section. That way I know that you have entered for the carnelian necklace, and the giveaway winner will be announced in my Instagram stories, and the deadline is below in the description box. So you can enter before the giveaway ends, and of course 1 comment is 1 entry. You can enter as many times as you like over the next couple weeks that I am hosting this giveaway, which I am so excited to be able to do, and I can't wait for one of my gorgeous souls from the Unicorn Army to win. So we are at the end of your reading, group number 2. I hope that you found this reading insightful and that it resonated. Feel free to let me know below in the comment section with the black heart emoji. And wherever you are on our gorgeous planet that we call home, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 3. You chose the black obsidian crystal in connectivity to the Tattoo Tarot deck. We're going to get straight into your you versus him reading, starting off with a little close-up of the crystal of your choice. This is the black obsidian. In case you didn't know, this is a stone that absorbs negativity and unwanted energies, which may be precisely what you're in need of right now, group number 3. But either way, let's get into your reading and figure out precisely what is going on between you and him. So I'm just shuffling your deck for you. Little reminder, lean back, relax, enjoy, get a beverage of your choice, get your favorite snack. If you are driving, if you're doing something around the home and listening in podcast style, this is a time that you have dedicated towards yourself, and it's important you enjoy this moment to the fullest as we delve into the readings. So we've got the King of Coins as well as the 10 of Wands. Now in the King of Coins and the 10 of Wands, I want you to know that he feels as though you are someone with whom he can reach new levels and new heights. He's never been with someone like you. He's never even known someone like you who is so intelligent, who is sharp, who is practical, who has a great mixture between masculine and feminine energies. And I do see here in the 10 of Wands, like you are the complete 10, you are the complete package. The suit of Wands corresponds to the element of fire. You get him fired up. You get him all hot and bothered. Whereas the King of Coins is in the traditional tarot, the King of Pentacles, so the king of the element of earth. This means someone who understands the earthly realm. So your person is more successful financially and in a material sense than you maybe even know. And building an empire, building a legacy is important to them. And they want to be with someone that they deem as capable as well, just as yourself, group number 3, with whom they can build that legacy with. So I'm talking family, children, generations of wealth to come. The King of Coins shows us here. They've got a big plan and they want someone who can keep up with that plan. And you might be confused because they're spending a lot of time working, but also overthinking the situation just as you are. Whereas the Ace of Wands shows that what comes next is a huge epiphany. It's a huge aha moment, group number 3. So they will come to this big moment of realization that, wow, okay, I've got someone here who has all of the qualities that I could ever dream of. I got to do something and figure out how to maneuver correctly, how to create a connection that has an opportunity to be everything I want it to be. Whether it's living together, the dream home, the family life, the traveling, the having businesses or properties with one another. They have very big plans and a huge vision. And I want you to know here, group number 3, that what comes next is them talking to you about this, is them starting afresh with you. So they will come back talking about things that you guys have never spoken about before, and you will see how much they are actually focused about creating something in the earthly realm that will outlive them and can potentially even be passed on to children and future generations. And that's where you come in, group number 3. That is where it is important. You keep a calm, cool head. You get rid of any type of negative overthinking energies you may have towards yourself, and that you just listen. What's going on between you and him is a tension that is very mature, because he does not want to invest time and energy and his most valuable resources, which are just that, time and energy, into a connection that is not going to go precisely there. Legacy building, creating a future. We have more king energy, King of Wands. He likes to be in charge. He likes to be the king. He likes to be the one who is going to say where things go. He likes to lead. Now, that doesn't mean that there's no room for your opinion, but it means that he wants to be trustworthy in your eyes. He wants to be respected. King of Wands energy is king of the element of fire energy. Think Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, who has this kind of zaddy energy, whereas King of Coins energy shows a mixture between the fire signs, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then also earth signs in the coins, so Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, group number 3. He has very strong placements between these two, and I see within the Four of Wands, that makes him someone who is very unique, going to be extremely successful, and needs a solid partner by his side with whom he can create that home life and stability with. That is Four of Wands energy, as you can see here with the diamonds, the roses. The number 4 in numerology is a number of, yes, keeping things at home in check, also means giving the king time to rule, to do king things. And he's wondering if you would be ready for that, group number 3, or if you're just saying that you would be ready for something like that. By the way, group number 3, I am hosting a giveaway. I will be giving away these gorgeous sunstone crystal earrings from my crystal earring collection. Watch the reading all the way to the end, and I'll tell you exactly how you can enter this giveaway. So a beautiful soul from my unicorn family is going to be able to receive a new gorgeous pair of crystal earrings with silver. So let's move into this more deeply, group number 3, shall we? I can't wait to see what's going on in your you versus him connection more deeply. So we have the 4 of Pentacles, the number 4 again, and then the moon. Remember how we had the 4 of Wands. Now the 4 of Pentacles shows you will have stability with this person. They need to come to that moment where they have the epiphany, where it's like, oh yeah, okay, this is exactly what I want. And from there on out, you will build a very stable home life. You will have access to funds, finances, and so on. You won't be worrying for things in the earthly realm, okay? You will be there to be spiritually and energetically providing for them and the family life that you are creating. The moon tells me here that this all at the moment might sound like far away. You're afraid that this won't happen. You're afraid that this is wishful thinking, that you will have this type of relationship. But the moon is actually an indication, group number 3, that it's time for you to trust your visions and your dreams and your gut feeling. There is a reason why you have your desires and manifestations that you want to come true. That's because those were in fact meant for you, group number 3, for nobody else. You have your vision because your vision was made for you. The 5 of Swords in reverse shows that friction is removed. He thinks fondly of you. There are no negative feelings about you in his head anymore. The negative energies are cleared, group number 3, in the sense of you might be overthinking that there is any type of negativity there when there simply isn't, group number 3. There are only very fond thoughts and thoughts of how you can create this very specific future together. Next up, we've received the Death card. Don't freak out, group number 3, because this is a shockingly positive tarot card to show up within your love reading. And now the Death card, as you can see here by the skull, death means transformation. It means cleansing the unwanted and the negative. Remember, black obsidian here. And a new beginning, because with every death comes a fresh opportunity and a new start. So the Ace of Wands makes sense. Once you have removed yourself from being easily accessible and available to him, that's when a new beginning forms, group number 3. So if you have been overthinking, maybe even double texting, maybe you have been incessantly checking your social media to see what he is doing, it's actually time for you to take a step back. Stop doing that. Look, we've got King of Wands energy again. He will seek you out. He will come to you. When he's ready, he will come and get you, and he will not let you go, as scary as that sounds. It's giving 365 energy. Anyone who knows that movie, if you know, you know. It's a little bit 50 Shades adjacent. It is definitely giving like this whole giving Will You Still Love Me When I'm No Longer Young and Beautiful by Lana Del Rey. Will you still be there? And it's a definite yes. This is a type of match romantically where once he is in love, come hell or high water, there is no way out, girl. Like, he is going to want to be with you until the end of time. If you've ever seen a couple, an elderly couple, where they're still insanely in love and you can tell the husband only has eyes for his wife, no matter how old she is, no matter what young, pretty, perky thing may walk by them, you can tell there's just a way deeper connection than one could ever put in words right there. And he would never stray. He would never betray. He knows what he's got. That's the kind of energy I'm getting here in your situation. The 5 of Cups tells me he's been through a lot. He is afraid of being hurt by you. The 5 of Cups means the 5 of the element of water. 5 in numerology, it is a number of friction. Cups represent emotion. Friction and emotions is something that I can see he fears, he doesn't want, he's not good with it, and it is something that worries him. It is something that he thinks about a lot, because once he allows himself to commit, once he allows himself to open up and love fully, I just want you to know that then it's a done deal. There's no going back. Once he has made himself that vulnerable, he is 100% just like a lost puppy around you. The world might see him as an emperor, a king, a leader, but with you, he will have that softness that he doesn't have with anyone else. And the 10 of Cups, as you can see here, it shows a family, it shows children, it shows having social status and not wanting for anything. You can see they're dressed in a way you can tell that they come from an affluent, wealthy background. They're dressed in a way how you can tell the kids probably go to private school, and during the weekends they go for hikes, they go and do activities with one another as a traditional looking family. And here within the 10 of Cups, I can see here that that is something that your person wants to build. The 3 of Cups also shows friends are very important, other family members. They want a big family. They want healthy connections with other people. So it's not just your connection between them and you that's important. They also want you to continue to have friendships, to have kind of this very full social life, even outside of them being there and being in a relationship with your person. The Three of Cups also tells me here it is important that you talk to your friends about them, group number 3. Talk to them about how you feel. Talk to them about some of the overthinking that you might have been doing, because if you are someone that has an anxious type of attachment style, you might not have even noticed that you have been projecting fears onto your you versus him situation that it does not deserve at this point, as I see here within the Knight of Coins, that in many ways there have been green flags and he has been showing up, and perhaps you, out of a sensation of wanting to protect yourself, you put up walls which gave him mixed signals. And if he gets a mixed signal, he's not sure, and that might have stopped him from continuing to move forward in the way that he once did. And then within the Eight of Swords, what happened was this overthinking, this frustration, but from both sides. Of course, from you, group number 3, in the sense of you don't know where you stand, you don't know what's going on, you're not sure what he's thinking, you're not sure where this relationship is going. And that's because you have entered a state of a little bit of confusion energetically with him, which doesn't mean that it can't be remedied, but it's something that you have to become aware of so you know why things are the way that they are. So I want you to understand here within the Eight of Swords, it's time that you see things from a perspective of, okay, if I want to create space, openness, breathing room, I have to first start breathing. I have to first focus on myself. Next, the Ten of Cups, again, just from a different tarot deck. The Ten of Cups, in case you didn't know, with the Suit of Cups, which goes from Ace through 10, this is the most favorable. It's the most positive card of the Suit of Cups, which is the suit of relationships and emotions. It represents the element of water. We've also got hippos here. The Ten of Cups, it shows a family life that is chill, that is wholesome, where you're spending time with your loved ones. And again, you have that being able to be at home with the kids, that father role, that mother role, two loving parents in a household, perhaps even a little puppy. This looks like it could even be a little border collie puppy, you know, one of those silver, black, kind of spotted ones with the blue eyes. Even one of these beautiful working dogs, designer puppies, if you will. We have another dog within the Fool that's showing up, and the symbol of infinity right here. It's like this dog-human creature, and the dog represents your instincts, which is about to jump off of this cliff, but they don't look as though they know that that might be dangerous. So I need you to understand here, group number 3, that this is now a new cycle beginning where you don't know what you're in for, and things can go amazingly well if you allow them to, but you have to forego the overthinking. You have to stop the overthinking about, do they like you? Do they not? Is this going to work out? Because that is just a form of self-sabotage. You might think you are protecting yourself, but actually, group number 3, let's be so for real, you are actually just self-sabotaging, and you need to stop. You're being called out right here in your psychic reading. Next, we've got the Cow Spirit. The miracles are endless. I want you to know here that he is going to receive miracles upon miracles in his career, and this shows, again, a winner's type of energy. Being in this winner's type of energy shows that there will be plenty for you and for him. The Parrot Spirit is symbolic of watching your words. Be very mindful of what you say at this point in your you versus him connection, because right now everything that you say has an effect on where this relationship might or might not go. Be mindful, group number 3, of the way that you communicate, and if you even communicate. Give as much energy as you are being given, because this seems to be a little bit of a test. All right, we've got the Fox Spirit that showed up. This spirit animal represents thinking on your feet. Remember, someone who is high value, someone who is sought after by a lot of people, someone who has options is going to want to be with another person who also has options and is also of a certain caliber. And if you are to represent that, group number 3, Get busy. Do things that you love. Actually, don't be obsessed with them. Be more obsessed with yourself, because that will show them that you are not going to compromise yourself or your happiness just for an opportunity to be with them, which will make them crazy about you. So you have to surrender now, group number 3, to the fact that the only way for you to change what's going on and create clarity in your you versus them situationship is to put the clarity on yourself, which means making it so clear that if they want to be there, sure, be here, be in my life. But if you want to act as though you've got other options, then please do so, because I am busy drinking matcha, I am busy going to Pilates, I am busy journaling and working and building my companies and my businesses, and I don't have time for games. That is the type of energy that I see that you're being called to surrender to. So we have a couple cards that popped out just as I was shuffling group number 3. Let's see what they are. I can already tell one of them says be assertive. Now, isn't that what we were just talking about? You being assertive, you saying that basically, sure, be here if you like, but I'm not waiting for you. I'm not holding out for you. I've got my own life. Then we've got recovery and helpful people. Right now, you are perhaps going through a time of recovering, even spiritually, from hurt. Spiritually from hurt that might have been caused from past relationships. It can be your parents or friends who treated you badly, okay, in a way how you had to go through a lot, group number 3. And that can mess sometimes with your romantic life, because it makes you put up walls and build this very defensive type of mechanism. So currently you are recovering from that, and you have to be assertive when you are being triggered in love and think, okay, do I feel worried about what's going on in this connection because of what I've been through, or because I genuinely have a reason to feel worried? Is this because of my trauma and my insecurity? Or are they genuinely sending mixed signals? I see here in the Page of Coins, what comes next is a time of you really learning more about yourself again. Why you are the way that you are, what turned you into this person that you are today, the good, the challenging, the beautiful parts that are you, group number 3, and understanding that you also have options to be a lot more successful than you currently are. I see here within justice, you will go through a huge transformation in your career and professional life. So this is not directly related to you versus him. He can feel that, but you need to come to an awakening that you have been accepting bare minimum for yourself when you could have just been demanding and asking for the absolute most. And actually, in a lot of cases, getting it, group number 3, because a lot of us, we don't realize if we would just ask for what we want, we would probably get it. A lot of us don't realize our personal power. A lot of us don't realize that if we just said we wanted X, Y, Z from anyone, we would probably get X, Y, and Z that we have named and that we said that we wanted, group number 3. Next, we have got the Hierophant. Now, this is a tarot card that is very important for education and your belief systems. I see that one thing in your you versus him connection is that you have different belief systems and you have been educated differently. That is something where you will actually have interesting discussions with your person, not because you don't get each other, but more out of curiosity, because they come from a very different spiritual and religious type of upbringing. The Two of Swords is an indication that right now you feel confused because you are blindfolded and you can't see what's coming next, and you wish you knew what was coming next. You wish you had some sort of security. Will it work out? Will it not work out? You want to know, regardless of how the outcome is, just so you know how to behave. Like, do you invest more time and energy in this relationship and in this connection, or do you just call it? Do you just move on? Do you just kind of let it be? And the Two of Swords is definitely an indication that the choice is yours, even though you can't basically tell just yet that that is the case, you are underestimating your power right here, as so many of us do. Group number 3, you're underestimating how influential you are, how much you can turn this thing into your favor and into being in the position of power, into being the desired one, the one that's being chased, the one that is undoubtedly wanted. And that's what we're going to move more deeply into the second part of your reading as we delve even more deeply into these divine messages. So what's going to happen now is that I'm going to clear and cleanse this space, group number 3. And in the meantime, you don't have to do a thing. You don't have to lift a finger. Just continue to lean back, relax, and enjoy this reading as we get even more deeply into your you versus him situation, to give you more clarity and to put you into that position of being in your personal power again. So group number 3, as already mentioned, I will clear and cleanse the space, and then I'll be right back to guide you even more deeply into your reading. Welcome back, my gorgeous soul of group number 3. So let's move a little more deeply into your you versus him reading, shall we? To figure out precisely what's going on between you and them. So we have got purity for one, and then we have focus. So right now you're not sure about the situation, but I want you to know that there is purity here, which means that the purity lies in their focus. They're purely focused on their work. They're purely focused on figuring out how they want this to move forward. I want you to know that if you have been worried that perhaps this is largely something that has to do with another person that they're into or they're considering, or an ex, for example, that's why your you versus him situation is a little cloudy. No, there is this self-reflection here and a purity that is unmatched, which means that there's not a third person, there's not an ex in the room. He is simply evaluating this connection at the moment for its potential. That's the next message we received, which is just so spot on, group number 3. And it shows us that quite literally, he's not the type of person that wants to have a lot of partners or a lot of flings or a lot of situationships. He doesn't pride himself on that. Your person really just wants to be able to focus on one relationship, on one person, on one connection. They don't want to play games like a lot of people in this day and age. And I want you to also know here, with the potential card that showed potential message and card that showed up, we have this mountain depicted here, and that's exactly what they're scoping out with your connection. Can you climb any mountain with one another? Can you overcome any type of hardship, any type of challenge? Is this relationship or potential connection strong enough to actually withstand the test of time? Next up, we have you are enough. So the thing is, when you're not sure what's going on with a connection or a romantic situation, sometimes what that can do is it can make you question your worth or whether you're enough, like whether you are intelligent enough, smart enough, doing enough of whatever it is that you might feel you lacked. But the message you're receiving here, you're receiving for the reason of you understanding you are enough and you don't have to give more, become more, try harder, be prettier, taller, skinnier, more defined, more whatever the standard of beauty is at the moment. I just want you to know here that you are more than enough, and any type of cloudiness, any type of hesitation, any type of uncertainty, group number 3, doesn't have anything to do with your worth or your value. It's just two real adults choosing to actually think before they get into a commitment. Next, we have the number 8. Choose yourself today. Do not deny your importance. That's exactly what I always would recommend for you to do in these situations, and your spirit guides are confirming, which is to choose yourself. Instead of thinking to yourself, oh, well, what are they thinking? What are they doing? How can I somehow be more approachable for them? How can I make it easier for them to come back or to come around or to spend time with me? Get that out of your head, group number 3, and focus on yourself. Start a business, grow, go to the gym. Make sure that you are reading in order to grow in a sense of your mind. I want you to know here that personal growth, personal development is the most attractive thing that you can do. And once you're focused on yourself, group number 3, then just let it go and watch them get crazy about you. Watch them literally come running back, hoping that you will give them another opportunity. Letting it go is about letting go of all that no longer serves you. And that's exactly what you want to do if you want to up-level your life. Letting go of everything that doesn't serve you, letting go of everything that stresses you out, letting go of the things that don't allow you to choose yourself and to grow, and instead actively choosing you. A way how I actively choose myself, for example, to give you inspiration, group 3, is I actively book my Pilates classes. I go to them. I actively afterwards treat myself to a matcha. I actively invest in my skincare, my hair care. I actively make sure I go to therapy. I go to workouts that are for me, just like therapy. I actively focus on giving myself downtime, getting massages. For me, it's being in my divine feminine energy. For you, it may be something else, but you have to stop thinking about them so much. Start being more bothered about you. What that will do is it will create this kind of magnetism around you that will make them come running back to you and make them honestly see you as completely irreplaceable and someone of high value. Next, we have the Four of Wands. Yes, you have to set it up. You have to create this Four of Wands type of fort that is going to make them run back in their best Sunday suit. So I do want you to know here the Four of Wands shows that an energy and an air of stability just coming from you is going to turn them into thinking, wow, you know what? This person doesn't need me. They're extremely high value. They're extremely independent. And what that will do here in the King of Wands is it's going to bring out even more of this protective, fiery energy and this leader energy of wanting to have you, of wanting to be close to you, of wanting to, not in like a weird way, but like possess your attention above everyone else. They're going to want to claim you as theirs the more that you focus on who you are, what you desire, and what makes you happy. So it might seem counterintuitive to like go from figuring out the relationship to being quote unquote selfish, but you have to remember in this society we get taught that being selfish is a bad thing, when focusing on yourself is actually one of the healthiest things you can do, because rather than giving the world what's left of you, you're then giving the world the best of you, because you're filling up your own cup. You're taking care of yourself in so many ways, and that lets you be the best version of yourself once you step outside, once you actually are with other people, whether it's your family, whether it's your romantic partner, it's him, it's kids, it's animals. You are then your absolute best self. And at this point, I want to say to you, this is your opportunity to add to your best self by winning this pair of sunstone crystal point earrings from my crystal jewelry collection. I'll leave the link in the description box. You can read up on the energizing qualities of this stone on the product page. But how this giveaway works is that first and foremost, you have to be subscribed to my YouTube channel. Leave a sun emoji below in the comment section. Then step 2 is follow me on Instagram. It's at Vanessa Somuayina. It's linked in the description box. And comment a sun emoji on my latest Instagram post, because that is your entry for the sunstone crystal jewelry point earrings. And the giveaway winners will be announced via my Instagram stories. So make sure that you stay put. And the giveaway closing date is below in the description box as well, where you can find all the information, all the resources you could ever need, whether it's private readings, whether it's my free PDF downloadables, and also all of the rules for entering this giveaway like I just stated to you. You can enter as many times as you like. Obviously, one sun emoji is one entry, and you can do so all up until the end of the giveaway. and when it closes. And then I will pick our lucky winner at random. But now let's move more deeply into your reading, group number 3, shall we? So you can gain more clarity over your situation. Now let's move into it. We've got negativity. Okay, group number 3, there is something negative that needs to be cleared and cleansed. You remember how you chose the black obsidian crystal? There's negativity in your home that you have to get rid of. And sometimes it's something as simple as clutter, for example. I've noticed that I have clutter in my home that has been causing a negativity around me because I just don't feel as good. I just don't feel myself when things are cluttered and I just have too many items. So I've been doing a decluttering challenge. So every day I'm decluttering dozens of items. I'm writing down how many I've decluttered, because one thing that you're being called to do, group number 3, is to modify in a way that it suits you. I told you, for example, about my decluttering journey, which has been very important for me to get rid of unwanted energies that are not necessary, energies that make you feel as though there's just something going on here that is not serving me. So I definitely want you to understand within Modify that now's the time for you to make changes, because that will change your entire vibe, which will change the trajectory of your relationship and of your love life. Modify the things that don't make you feel your best. And yes, the things that don't make you feel your best, they don't deserve to be part of your life. They don't need to be in your environment, group number 3. And actually, you're being called to remove those things, to cleanse them from your environment. So group 3, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clear and cleanse the space, and then I'll be back an additional time for us to delve more deeply into your reading. As usual, you don't have to lift a finger, you don't have to do a thing. Simply continue to lean back, relax, and enjoy, and I'll be right back for us to get into even more messages about your you versus him situation. Welcome back, my gorgeous soul of group number 3. So now let's delve more deeply into your you versus him reading, shall we? And see precisely what's going on in your connection. We've got the goddess, which is the type of energy you're emitting, and the energy of the oracle. We've also got the numbers 41 and 43. What this means here is that the type of energy that you're emitting is mysterious, and sometimes energy that is mysterious, anything that people don't know or don't understand, can sometimes be a little scary, because again, the fear of being rejected, the fear of being in the wrong, the fear of loving someone, caring for someone, showing someone that you're infatuated with them, and that not being reciprocated, that is one thing that I can see is a huge fear that is present with your person, that is present with him. So I want you to just be aware of the fact that in a way, physically, you have this little air of being pedestalized by him and making him feel a little intimidated too. And within Untamable, if you're highly independent, so that means you know how to provide for yourself, you know how to take care of your own needs, you know exactly what it is that you need to do in order to live the life of your dreams. And basically, you don't need someone in order to help you to live your best life. You're untamable because you also have an insanely great sense of humor. You can be very outspoken and direct. We've got the number 4 here in Untamable again. So we have 4, 41, 43. So 3 times the number 4. And by the way, 41 and 43, that means we have 4 and 4 for 41, 43. And then what's left is 1 and 3. 1 plus 3 obviously equals 4. So angel number 4444 is a number that will show up repeatedly after you have received the psychic reading that is going to confirm to you that this reading was meant for you. And one thing that I want you to know here is that this energy of being direct, of being untamable, of being a little bit wild, that is one thing that I definitely see here. They are concerned whether they can keep up with it, and I do want you to know that that also makes you extremely seductive. And they're afraid of losing control around you. They're afraid that If they get too close to you, they will end up losing control in a way that they don't want to, and not being able to say no, not being able to control a situation in which they are emotionally very vulnerable, which also makes them vulnerable in every other way, even financially, because they will not be able to say no to you. They will want to continue to see you, to build with you, to create a future and a legacy with you, which is a great thing. However, they want to be sure that you're the fit that is going to allow them to create a type of life that is purposeful and that will allow them to follow some of their biggest dreams and aspirations as well. Because it's very important for them to leave a legacy and to lead a life of purpose. They don't want to be the type of person who simply just is successful and doesn't create anything philanthropic for others. They want philanthropy to be part of their legacy and of what they leave behind for their kids and their grandkids to be remembered by. So let's move a little bit more deeply into your reading, shall we, group number 3? Let's see what we're going to receive next. We've got the 4 of Cups, the number 4 again. This is your number. This is your synchronicity. And the King of Swords. The King of Swords is the king of the element of air. So think Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. Older than you, much older than you, wiser than you, but still playful. And the thing about them being older is that they spend a lot of time in contemplation, as we can see confirmed in the 4 of Cups, because they want stability. They've been in situationships. One thing I'm getting here is they might have even been married before in a very serious relationship. They might have lived with someone before and it didn't work out, and they don't want that again. They feel as though they're too old, too tired to be going through that again. So they want to avoid that at all costs, group number 3. They don't want to have to deal with that. So for them, it is really a big risk to let you into their world, and they understand it's a risk for you as well. So they're evaluating. Let's see what else we're getting here from Spirit. We've got R, R, and L, so double R and an L. And we've got another R. So one thing that I'm definitely getting here is that they want things to go right. We've got 1 left, and then the emphasis on R, R, R. Adding a bit more into your reading when it comes to letters, we have G, I, E, and A. All right, so one thing that I am getting here is gear as well. Also, another thing we would have is rear and rare. These are different words that I'm getting immediately within your reading, and they definitely understand that you are rare. They definitely understand that this is something that is real. Okay, so phonetically, we've got real here. Of course, we could also spell real with our R-E-A-L. And that is how they feel towards you, which is something that they have not experienced before. And this I-G-R-R, I will just leave our letters on our seductive card, as there are lots of different words here that are actually positive words about how they feel, positive words about what's going on between you and them. And I want you to understand here, group number 3, that they would rather take time to really come to this aha moment and this epiphany and go for it, rather than waste one another's time. And I would say for you, after everything that you have built and created, it's important that you continue to focus on yourself. Don't start slacking now, because your thoughts are deeply entangled in what's going on in your situationship. Next, we've got number 17. Go on an adventure. Today is the day to try something new. So you really want to do something that is going to spark a lot of curiosity, and that's actually going to put you in a position of power. Group number 3, go on an adventure. Book that flight, book the getaway, go to another country, go on a trip, And the thing is, they will feel it even if you don't post it all over your social media or your WhatsApp status or wherever that they might see what you're up to and what you're doing. And the thing is, when you just go, you don't need to announce it, and they can see it. And if they don't see it, trust me, they will feel it, energetically speaking. They're going to think to themselves, wait, hold on, what's going on here? I thought I had the upper hand. I thought I knew what I was doing. I thought I had control, but actually I don't, because actually, yeah, this person is untamable, but not in a way that scares me, but in a way that I see they're so high value because they focus on what they want to do. And if they want to do it, they just do it. They just go out, they make it happen, and they don't worry about anything or anyone. And that is the type of energy that I see that you're being called to put out. Let go of the past. If you've got exes that are still lingering around you, let go in the sense of block that number, delete it, put them into the locked chats. Don't even archive, put them into locked chats. Yes, there is a thing called locked chats on WhatsApp, and I'm probably going to get a lot of people's partners busted, so just Google it. You just drag down the top of WhatsApp and it will give you this bar. You can only open it with the passcode. And yeah, a lot of people hide some shady things in there, but what you can also put in there are just chats that you don't want to see. You don't even want to see them in the archives. You don't even want to see the number of archived chats going up every time they try to message you. So if you don't have the heart yet to delete, to block, to remove, at least do that. Protect yourself in that way until you're ready to fully declutter the exes, because they don't deserve to be in your energy. They don't deserve to still know that they can have access to you. But it is an internal job to get to the place where you're fully ready of letting go. And we don't judge over here. This is actually just for you to know that the sooner you let go and you kind of put them in a place that they belong, which is a place of zero influence in your life, the faster you will make space for the one that deserves you, the one that's supposed to be in your life, the right relationship, and for that to actually feel safe for this other person that's worried about basically being hurt by you, basically showing you how they feel about you, and then in the end, it not being reciprocated. And you may think to yourself, how could they ever think that? Like, I am obsessed with them. That is not even a thing. But remember, this is how they feel. This is not necessarily how you're going to handle things. This is not necessarily the truth of the matter. These are just some of the fears that they have that, of course, how are they going to even voice this to you, right? It's awkward. They would never tell you this. But now you know group number 3, and now it's about what you do with this information you have been given. Moving more deeply into your reading, there is hope ahead is the next message we've received here in 35. Have courage and take heart, for there is hope. The thing is, you may have thought, oh, I'm not sure this situation can be salvaged or saved. Is there hope? Are we still going to find a way to be together? And this is literally your confirmation. Group number 3, yes, there is hope. Yes, there is opportunity for you to be together with them. Yes, there is opportunity for reconciliation. Don't be so hard on yourself and the situation, group number 3. Some of the best couples have gone through some crazy, weird hardships, and they made it back together, and they've been together forever. While your story might have a little twist and turn, some unexpected events, don't feel as though that means that you don't belong together, like they're not into you, because they clearly are group number 3, and there's clearly some energetic cleansing that needs to be done that is currently happening in your connection, and you'll see what comes next, but you'll probably be pretty positively surprised. So group number 3, this is the reading that I received for you, and I hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it insightful. Feel free to leave that sun emoji below in the comment section to let me and others know that this is the group that you chose and you made it to the end of your reading. Wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, know that I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings.